All right, so here we are at Amazon, and as you'll probably be familiar with the service, is when you go into a search bar and you start typing for something. Let's say you're typing to look for things related to Monty Python, you'll notice there's all of these suggestions here. So this is what we want to scrape, and usually this can get a little bit complicated when you're trying to use traditional web scraping. However, there is a library called Easy Scrape. Amazon Suggest that makes this really easy. So I'm going to show you how to get this information and do it in 2 lines of code. So here I am in the Google Colab IDE, and my first step is going to be to go over to the library here, located on PyPy. It's called Easy Scrape Amazon Suggest. And what we're going to do is we're just going to copy this command here. And if you're using the terminal, then you can just paste it and run that directly in the terminal. But since we're on Google Colab, we have to take the extra step of adding this exclamation point in front. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And let's save. Now, I already preloaded it. So if you were doing this for the first time, you'd see a bunch of other things downloading. I'm going to add my second code block here. And let's start by importing the library. So I'm going to go from easy scrape underscore Amazon Suggest. And then I'm going to say import. And I'm going to say query, and the auto suggestion pops up, which is great. And then this part is optional, but I always like to alias things. So I'm going to alias it as AS for Amazon Suggest. And then for my second line of code, I'm going to say AS results. You can use anything you want for that. And I'm going to say equals our alias dot query. And I'm going to type in the same search term, Monty Python. And let's go ahead and run that. So that's our 2 lines of code. And it worked. And if we were to look over here and look at this, there's a list of items here. And if we hover over the list, we can see that we've got all these items, right? And if I'm in Python and I want to see that list, we could do something as simple as say print AS results. And if I could put that in there, and let's go ahead and run that. And you can see we have our list here of all the items. If I wanted to get the third item in the list, I could say, I'll just put it in here. Let's say that's the third item, and we can print that. And you can see, well, Monty Python, maybe the second item might be a little more exciting. So if we do the second item, we can see we can grab each of those individual items in the list. And so let's do something a little more interesting. Let's say we wanted to find something like, let's say, exercise bike. And so if I do that, and then I say AS results, which I can do if I'm in Google Colab here. Let me go ahead and print this out. And there we go. We have several results for exercise bikes. We used the Easy Scrape library, and we were able to scrape the suggestions, and we were able to do it with 2 lines of code, maybe a little bit more to do something useful, but certainly the library made it really easy. If you're interested in more videos, please check them out right here.